She's cheating on you, she's lying to you, she's only in it for the money.
But what's going on in society, you don't even know. Sleeping out here, man.
I think it's a very bad idea, guys, and probably the worst place in Thailand and even the worst place in Asia.
Or is that not the case? In this video, we're talking about the truth when it comes to dating Thai girls. Loyalty, social media, money, and some good advice for you guys if you're coming out here. We're also going to be meeting up with Party Time Asia today in this video, and he knows a thing or two about dating Thai girls. So let's see what he's got to say. The first thing we're going to talk about today is guys sending girls money. So a lot of guys come on holiday here to Thailand, and if they've never been here before, there's a very good chance they're gonna fall in love with some girl, catch feelings, especially if they break the 3-day rule. What happens is these guys can fall in love with these girls, spend the whole holiday with these girls, and then at some point they've got to go home. Now a lot of guys, you know, might not have had the most attention back in their home countries, and they come here and meeting the girls out here is like a breath of fresh air for them. They want to stay talking to these girls, and what these girls do is they start asking the guys for money. Some will ask for £100, some will ask for £500, and the number of this usually depends on how much money that guy was spending while he was on holiday here. If this guy was just spending, you know, little bits of money and, you know, not really splashing out too much, chances are when he goes back home, she's not going to be asking him for too much. But if this guy's got a lot of money, he's been buying a lot of drinks for her, all her friends, giving her money on nights out, going in the VIP sections, splashing out on jet skis, motorbikes, expensive restaurants, stuff like that. When he goes home, she's going to expect the same equivalent in money sent. And what happens is, if the guy does send her money, she'll start telling the guy, oh, I'm no longer working in the bar, I only work in the bar for drinks. She'll convince the guy that she's not seen anyone else. She will talk to him day and night on the phone and make him believe that she's waiting for him when he comes back here. When I was working in the bar, I met hundreds of people that are coming here and meeting these girls and dating these girls, and you wouldn't believe the amount of messages I've had from these guys when they've gone back home to the home country, and they're asking me questions like, is she still there, is she talking to anyone else, she said she's not, I'm sending her money, she's promised me, can you go and check on her, what's the situation? And unfortunately for a lot of guys, it's always the same outcome. The guy is sending the girl money, she's telling the guy she's not seeing anyone else, she's just in the bar with her friends drinking, although she's talking to him day and night. And yeah, the reality is that she is seeing other people, she's working, she needs money. That's just the game they play out here. It's a sad state of affairs really for the guy if he's new to all of this and he doesn't understand how it works. And this whole situation of sending money usually ends up in one of two ways. The first is that he just keeps sending the money, he comes back here in a couple of months or however long it's going to be, and the relationship continues for as long as they can keep it going for. The second thing that happens is the guy gets a bit fed up of sending money all the time. The girl gets a bit distant. Maybe she's been out drinking with her friends. She's forgot to reply to his messages once or twice. He's getting a bit worried, a bit hesitant, and it just gets called off. And this can go on for months or even years of these guys sending money to girls from overseas thinking she's his girlfriend. They play this game, and it's just the reality of how these Thai girls work out here. Now, some of the pitfalls and some of the mistakes that you need to be aware of if you're in one of these situations or you want to prevent it from happening is just make sure you know what you're getting into beforehand. There are a lot of situations where guys send girls money, they do actually stay out of the bars, and it just depends on how good the girl is, how long she's been working in the bars, how committed she is to that guy. But on the other hand, she could just be in it for the money, and she's probably playing this same game with another 5 people. There's a lot of red flags that you need to look out for, and I actually made a video, 21 red flags when dating Thai girls. If you want to know what to look out for, go check out that video right there. So I've just met up with Party Time Asia now, and we're at the Arbor Hotel. We're going to go up to the rooftop bar, talk about a few things that you need to know if you're going to be dating these Thai girls. I've already spoke to you guys about guys sending girls money when they go back to their home countries and these girls still cheating on these guys. Before we go on to the next topic, I just wanted to ask you if you had any comments about that.
I recently made a video about dating Thai girls when you're not actually in the country, long distance relationships. In that video I spoke about that I don't really believe in it, because there's a lot of guys here that come to Thailand for like a small holiday, like 1 month, 2 months, and then they hope to find a girlfriend in that short period of time. I think it's a very bad idea, guys. And then those guys, they find a girlfriend in like 1 or 2 months, they go back home and then they think they found the one. Thailand is not like a magic place where you can just find a girlfriend like this. It's like any other place in the world to find like a very decent girlfriend that you can trust, that you can rely on. It takes time, like anywhere else. It takes time to know her, it takes time to trust each other. And if you're just here 1 month and you're not even in the country, and then with the language barrier as well, like you don't really have a real connection, guys.
It's a recipe for disaster, right?
Yeah, it's a recipe for disaster. Like if you want to find a real relationship here, you definitely have to put in the time. And like you have to meet a lot of people to really find the right one. And then if you're coming to a place like Pattaya, then you make it extra hard on yourself. Because I've said it many times before, Pattaya is fun, but it's probably the worst place in Thailand and even the worst place in Asia to find like a long-lasting relationship. Because Pattaya, it's a party city, guys, and most of the girls here, they are working, they're here to make money, and I think it's just a bad idea, guys.
A lot of comments I get asked on my videos is, where do you go to find a normal Thai girlfriend?
Like, you can find a good girl anywhere, but if you go to Pattaya, then it's gonna be harder. But in my opinion, the best place where you got the best chances to find like a very good relationship is, in my opinion, Bangkok. Because in Bangkok you will find women that are very educated, you will find women that can speak English, and you will find a lot of women with a normal job and with like good friends, a good social circle. Because even when you find a girlfriend in Pattaya and she has a normal job and she works like normal hours, chances are very high that she will still have friends who are in the entertainment industry, who are probably gonna be a bad influence on her. And in Bangkok you don't have this. Like, of course it's a major city with like so many job opportunities, so you will find many girls who are just accountants, like normal jobs. Like, and in Pattaya it's so hard to come by. And then I've lived in Khon Kaen before, and I've lived in Chiang Mai before, and those places, you can find like a decent girl as well. But as he said, most of those girls in those areas, especially in Isan, in Khon Kaen, it's a big city with a lot of beautiful girls with a good education and with a normal job, but those girls usually don't speak English that good. But in Bangkok, that's the reason why I think Bangkok is #1.
So the next topic I wanted to touch on is Thai women versus Western women, and I've made a lot of videos about Thai women now, and a lot of comments that I get is that Western women are exactly the same. What would you say to that?
Personality wise, I think there's still like a big difference between Thai women and Western women. Also culturally, I think culturally speaking, I think Thai women are in general much more submissive than Western women. I feel like here in Thailand, girls, they really want you to take the lead, right? Everything I like, usually my girlfriend will like. Everything I do, my girlfriend will do. And she really becomes a part of my life. She likes to do what I do. And that's my experience that I had with like most Thai girlfriends that I had in the past. And when you are dating in the West, when I was younger, I of course had girlfriends in Belgium. The biggest difference I feel there is that like Western girls, and they have their own life more. Like they have their own hobbies, they think their own thoughts. But when you come to Thailand, I feel like the girl really starts to follow you more, and she wants to become more like you, and every
part of your life.
And everything you like, she will like too. And she will like support you in everything you do. She gives up on her own interests a little bit just to like accommodate your interests. And that's what I feel like is the biggest difference between Asian women and like Western women.
We've covered money, we've covered cheating, we've covered Thai women versus... Yeah, here's my Thai girlfriend ringing me. Let's see what she's saying. Hello, look who's here. Hello. You okay? We just make video now. Not long. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'll see you in a bit then. Bye bye. Okay, so the last thing I want to touch on is I just want to ask you, what advice would you give to any guys out there that are thinking of coming to Thailand, thinking of hooking up with these girls? Are there any warning signs to look out for, any bits of advice, you know, just to keep in the head that they can take with them?
Don't come here to find a relationship and then go back home and send them money, because it's not going to end well 9 times out of 10.
Don't break the 3-day rule.
Yeah, so especially if you want to travel out in Pattaya, this place is not made for relationships. This place is made for fun, and if you're just out here for 1 1 or 2 months, just enjoy your life. And if you want a long-lasting relationship, start looking at other locations. Like, I would recommend Bangkok, but you can go to different cities. There are big cities in Isan like Khon Kaen, Udon Thani, or you can go up north in Chiang Mai and try to settle down here, live here for a year, 2 years, and then your chances of finding a good relationship are much higher. So get to know the country, spend a lot of time here, and if not, if you just come to travel, then just enjoy your life, guys.
Yeah, man. Cheers, brother.